Good morning and welcome to Union Station and the official press conference to welcome the newest members of the Washington Wizards, the draft class of 2024. We appreciate all of you being here and everyone that's joining us live on Monumental Sports Network. I'm Chris Miller. Joining us on the stage today is the Wizards' first round picks. We'll start with second overall selection, Alex Sarr from France. A little closer to the DMV, 14th pick from West Baltimore, Carlton Bub Carrington. And the 24th pick, Kyshawn George from the University of Miami. Along with Wizards General Manager Will Dawkins, who will officially tip off today's event. Will?
Thank you, Chris. Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you for Union Station for hosting us for this event. I really just want to start first before we officially welcome them. Just thank a few people, thank a few groups that really help with this process. I would say first our logistics team. That group probably gets overlooked, unrecognized, but the work that they do, making sure that people have flights, hotels, itineraries, you can imagine what that load is really like. And I really want to thank them for their work. I would say our equipment staff, the fellows were hustling throughout this entire process, making sure that everybody had gear, making sure that everything was stocked. We had workouts at different facilities, as you guys know, and they did a really good job as well. Our coaching staff, we were a little undermanned this year going through the draft process, but I don't think the players could tell it all. They made sure they put workouts together that helped us make decisions and treated the guys well, and I think really carried the load for us on that. And I spoke a little bit on Wednesday night about the evaluation group and our strategy group and everybody in that draft room coming together under the leadership of Michael Winger and making sure that we had a productive night. So I just wanted to make sure I thanked everyone there, and I also want to make sure I thank the fans. One, for kind of understanding where we're at on this journey, but two, really embracing these guys. They've been here for a couple days already. I think they're feeling the love. They know the DMV is a basketball city. This is a basketball community, so continue to show them love and welcome them. I think they've really felt that so far, so I wanted to make sure I thanked everybody on that. We walked into Wednesday night and had a plan in place. We wanted to be aggressive, and we walked out excited. Obviously, every transaction period, there's difficult decisions that you have to make. But we were aligned from top to bottom. We were strategic, and like we said, we were aggressive in making sure that we accomplished our goals. So with these three young men to my left, we feel like we're adding a few more bricks to that base level foundation that we talked about at the end of the season. We feel like they're our type of people first. They are our type of players as well. When you kind of look across the board and see them, they all are challenge seekers. They all are hard workers. They all care and have a passion for basketball. So the stuff off the court, just checking the boxes there. But when you watch them play, the athleticism, the versatility, the two-way potential that they have on both ends of the floor, that stuff's really impressive and really exciting for us. So we're happy to add them all. I do got to show the scouts a little bit of love. We had a retreat in the offseason and talked about getting to players early, identifying players early. And I promise you to a man, these were three of the guys that we were on from the very beginning. The texts, the phone calls, you got to get here, you got to see them. And that just gives you more time to work with the information and feel more comfortable in your selection. So I got to give the scouts a lot of love on that. But lastly, before we officially welcome them, I want to make sure that we welcome their family. We want to make sure I welcome their friends, their representatives, the support staff, because you all really helped them get to this point, and they couldn't have done it without you. So I want to thank you guys. You guys are going to continue to be the group that supports them and allows them to kind of maximize themselves, but these young gentlemen did the work, and you get the credit as well, and you did most of it. So I do want to officially welcome Alex, Bub, and Kyshawn to the Washington Wizards.
Quick question for you, Alex. You've been in D.C. for a couple of days now. How would you just describe, as Will said, the emotions that you're getting, reactions from the fans, and more importantly, what do you think of our beautiful city?
Yeah, I mean, it feels great to be here. Like, we went to dinner last night, and I was thinking, like, it feels like home, you know, like, I've never been here before, but it feels like a place where, you know, I can really grow and take the next steps in my game.
Bub, for you, you're from Baltimore. A lot of pride you have in being from that city and the lineage of basketball players that have come from there. We talked about that the other day, but can you describe playing your professional basketball in D.C., close to home, and being around friends and family?
Oh, it's an amazing feeling to know that you're never, ever going to be too far from home. You know, I have a big support system, and the ability to play my professional career in front of them, basically in their backyard, I mean, that's an amazing feeling.
How many times have you ribbed Will about Ravens, Bills?
Oh, all the time. He knows who the better football team is.
We'll see week 3. I'll just leave that one alone.
And Kyshawn, what is something that we don't know about you that kind of stands out about you?
I'm from Switzerland and I could cook. I like to cook food. I love food, and yeah, that's like a hidden talent.
What's your go-to dish?
It's a bagel. You empty the middle. You put some onions, cheese, and eggs in the middle. You close the bagel, wrap it around in bacon, throw it in the oven, and makes you a good little, little food.
Just a word of advice, the veterans on the team are probably not only going to have you get donuts, but you're probably going to have to cook too, so just word to the wise. We're going to open it up for questions for the assembled media. I just please ask you to wait for the microphone and also identify yourself and your affiliation. Thank you.
Josh Robbins from The Athletic. This is for each of the three of you. Would you please describe what your emotions have been like from the point of right at the start of the draft to up to now?
For me, I think at first it felt unreal. You know, on draft night, it was an amazing feeling. Then, you know, next morning, wake up, get on the plane, and you kind of flip the switch, and you realize, you know, now you're on a new team, and, you know, it's time to start, you know, a new process in being an NBA player.
I would say I felt a lot of excitement. Like, I was kind of anxious, you know, ready to finally be able to get picked on an NBA team, and I was just kind of excited to finally be able to play for a team, go out there and kind of have a whole city kind of know who you are and things of that nature. I was ready.
Yeah, I was just grateful overall to be able to, experience this setting. Not everybody is able to experience that. And just to piggyback, it's just exciting, starting a new journey, to compete against the best of the best and be able to, get my game to the next level.
On your left, gentlemen. No, left, over here. David Aldridge with The Athletic. Welcome to D.C. You guys all understand that this is a rebuilding situation, and this is pretty much the start of the rebuild. Just wonder how that impacts your approach to how you're going to develop as players and as leaders for this team going forward.
I mean, like Will said earlier, I feel like we all three of us just knowing these guys just for the last couple of days, I feel like I still get that vibe that everyone here is a challenger. Like, we looking at this as a challenge. It's something that we want to attack, something that we know we could be successful in, and we just got to put the work in every day to accomplish that.
Alex?
Yeah, I mean, same. I haven't met all my teammates, but just watching the games from last year, you can see that it's all guys that really persevere, and they never really give up, no matter how the game go. And I think that fits all three of us too. So I think we're ready for that.
Keith?
Yeah, I think we're all ready to compete. We had a little workout, and it was really just competitive on some light shooting. So it's really exciting to be able to have a good young group of guys that are ready to compete against the best of the best, and hopefully win a lot of games.
Yeah, and I'll just add, DA, when we go through this process, Michael and I, it's important for transparency. You can ask these young men, we tell them, this is what we're about, this is what we're going through, and we want people who see this more as an opportunity than a negative or a challenge. And they're like, no, we want to help define what the next version of the Wizards looks like, and to a man, they embrace that. So we're going to push them. Brian's met with them and told them what it's all about. They've spoken to some of their teammates, but they're embracing that challenge.
Over here. Welcome to DC, everyone. Chase Hughes from Monumental. The other night on draft night, Will talked about all your guys' skill sets, but he said this is going to be a defensive team. What is each of your reaction to that statement?
I think defense wins games, and to be able to guard multiple positions, use our size, and be able to impact the game on both ends of the floor is very important, and it's going to allow us to win a lot of games.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, watch this guy's highlights, played against this guy. Like, I know these guys can defend. I know I can defend. And like you said, we're in a whole rebuilding process. And in the league, everyone can shoot, everyone can pass. But if you can limit that, you know, you can start winning a lot more games. And that's what we're kind of trying to bring to the table.
Yeah, I mean, same for me. You know, like they said, I think it all starts on defense. You know, like no matter if we score on offense, if you get stops, you get a better chance at winning the game at the end of the day. So I think it's really important.
Dave Johnson, Wizards Radio, and Kyshawn, if it's okay, I'm already working on a sponsorship for a cooking segment on Wizards Radio. I mean, I'm already talking to sponsors and trying to get that worked out. I wonder, Will, in your opening remarks, you also thanked the fans, and I wanted to get just your reaction. And you were in the war room and busy, but I was emceeing the draft party the other night, and I've never seen a reaction so positive. We had 6,000 people, I think, at the arena, and it was very much a party. Were you aware of that, just the reaction from the fans, and your thoughts on that, and just, you know, all the players, how important the fans are on this journey now?
Yeah, in real time, no, we weren't aware of it. We were kind of locked in and moving on and trying to figure out a way to go get this young guy at 14. So we kind of just dap everybody up really quick and then move on business as usual. But afterwards, meeting with Ketsia and our media staff, and they explained kind of what was going on. This is a basketball city. Michael and I talked about it about a year ago when we first got here. And the goal is to make sure we're active in the community, and make sure that we're around and available for our fans. And they were greeted the very first day they got here, while they were walking into a tour for the arena. So it's a passionate fan base. It's a supportive fan base, but it's also a high basketball IQ fan base. And I think they understand what we're doing and how we're trying to go about it. And I can't thank them enough for the support that I get when I'm walking through the airports and on the streets and in the arena. And I think these guys know how important that is, but have felt it already too.
Just for the players, any thoughts on that? Or Alex, I interviewed you in a hologram or something the other night. You could probably see the fan reaction.
Yeah, I mean, same, you know, like I think for all three of us, there's kind of an excitement around, you know, this draft, and we can feel it, you know, when we go to dinner, fans want to like talk to us and get to know us, and it's always a nice feeling seeing how involved they are with the team.
Yeah, I agree. Like Will said earlier, the second we, you know, touched down in DC, we already had fans line up for us to greet us and take pictures and things like that. Like you mentioned at dinners the other night, we're getting stopped to take pictures, and you know, you can definitely feel the energy, you can feel the excitement, the love that DC has for the team and for us, and we want to, you know, reciprocate that. We want to bring some wins to this organization to, you know, thank them.
Yeah, for sure. Just to piggyback to add on them, I agree with everything they said. I would just say that without the fans, like this sport won't be as big. Like this is the fans drive the sport and make it grow. So I just want to thank them overall.
Hey guys, Natalie Spalla with 7 News here in DC. The other night, Will touched a lot about the pre-draft process, what he was looking forward to in each of you guys as players, but he also touched on the fact that he was looking for character guys, just good people at the end of the day. What is something you want the DC community to know about you guys, not as the player, but as the person each of you are?
I'm a very positive guy, first of all. You know, very happy to be here, bring that, you know, young, positive energy to wherever I go and whatever happens.
Yeah, I feel like we're all just kind of like positive, like you said, positive guys. Like I never once got any type of bad feelings from these guys, any type of bad feelings from any of the coaching staff, anyone in this organization. So you can tell that they try to lead by example, and you can tell they know what they're looking for. Like I know these guys are good guys, and I've known them for 3 days. So yeah.
I think something I want them to know is that I'm really caring for people, and you know, if they ever see me outside and they want to talk to me or take a picture, that they don't feel, you know, any type of way, and I would be happy to do it.
I would only add to that, there's a string of humility between all three of these young men. They've all accomplished a lot at a young age, and they've all taken chances and opportunities to kind of go out on their own a little bit and try different things. So the creativity, the humility with the passion and work ethic is something that ties all three of them together for sure.
Hey guys, Sapna Banzel from the Washington Post. Just, you know, each of you has come from, you know, different basketball journey from Australia, France, West Baltimore, Switzerland. What's it been like for you guys the last few days, getting to know each other and building the relationship?
It's been a sense of calmness, you know, to know that everything that you kind of been through, whether it's the pre-draft process, you know, where we grew up playing basketball, whatever the case may be, nice to know that when you finally get here, there are still, you know, great guys, people you can just laugh with, joke with. You know, it was a sense of calmness kind of being with these guys in the organization the last few days.
Yeah, it's just been great to be able to have, you know, these two other guys that were about in the same situation, you know, coming from different places, different experiences, and to be able to relate with the work we have put in, to be able to, you know, be together in this, like, situation is super important, and I think I'm happy to be with these two other guys.
Yeah, I mean, same, just like they said, you know, it's nice knowing that we're in the same boat. You know, like, as a prospect, sometimes you can feel like you're going to go in a team and you're the only one, but, you know, it's three of us, and that's really great. I think we can push each other up, whether it's on the court or off the court, so it's really nice.
Right here, guys. Aiden Kasner here with the Pitt News. My question's for Bub. Bub, you're the fourth highest draft pick in Pitt's history, so what does it mean to you to be able to represent Pitt now on the biggest stage?
It's an amazing feeling. You know, I love Pittsburgh. I love the zoo. I love the, you know, the overall community that Pittsburgh brings, especially towards college basketball. And I say that I'm kind of proud because I want people to realize that, you know, Pitt is a good school. They got a great coaching staff, great, you know, athletic program, and sometimes it can be overlooked. But I feel like, you know, with me kind of going as high as I did and being from the school that I'm from, it'll kind of put Pitt on the map in a way.
Any other questions?
This one's for Bub and Kyshawn. You guys played against each other on January 27th in an ACC regular season game. Did you have any thoughts about each other's games then, and then how do you feel about now sharing the court with each other?
First of all, I feel great sharing the court with Bub, you know, two tall guards that could very versatile, guard both ends. And playing against him, I know he was a very skilled player, you know, had, you know, different aspects to his game, the pull-up game, the jumper, pick and roll. So I think, yeah, it's going to be exciting.
Yeah, I felt the same going over the Miami scout in practice. He was actually like kind of like that player that stood out to me because the scout was make him uncomfortable, and that was the first time we ever did that. And that's a testament to his game because you know that he was able to do every aspect of the game, you know. And I'm super excited to share a court with somebody that doesn't really have no like blundering weakness. You know, that's a good quality that he has.
Thank you, everybody, for the questions. It's time now for the photo op, where the players will take photos with their jerseys. And then afterwards, we'll have one-on-ones. If you just look to Wizards Comm Department, they will point you in the right direction. Thank you, everybody.